What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode number 2 of our new series where we have you guys on to show your trailer builds. That way you can get a better idea for how much it costs as well as what you want your trailer build to look like. So in today's video, we have a special guest. Tyler Starkey is on. He's going to be walking us through his $10,000 trailer build. Can't wait for you guys to see it. But before we get into that, I do want to mention that me and Tyler recently built a course. It's called Wood Cleaning Mastery. We go over 5 chemical compounds and follow a 4-step process to achieve whatever result your customer is looking for. So if you want to leverage a service that is undermarketed, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. The second link is going to be to Tyler's channel. Be sure to check him out. He's going to be doing a ton more videos on his channel around pressure washing, so you guys can learn more. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Tyler.
What's up, Justin? Thanks for having me back on your channel, bud. Tyler Starkey here. We've had a bunch of requests from your viewers to get a little more in-depth run through of my trailer and how it works for me so well. So we'll kind of go through the bits and pieces, and hopefully it motivates in some kind of way to help you build your trailer out to grow your business. So let's check it out. All right, guys, let's do a quick run through what we got here. We have the 7-gallon a minute, 3,500 PSI unit in the front from Hydromax. Absolute beast of a unit. We have Cox reels throughout front to back. So we kind of just imagine the trailer, high pressure on the front, soft wash system on the back. So let's follow the water where it comes in the trailer here. So we have our big supply line right in the front, this big red hose here, 5/8, 200 foot, all the way coming through. And it comes from here into a splitter. And so I can send all the water to through my filter and 2 Hudson valves to my buffer tank. Or if I need to get some water for, say I'm filling a bucket up or there's an emergency, I need to rinse my eyes, I have this second line here. If I ever need to pull it out, just grab it, fill it up, put it back, and it's good to go. So pretty simple there. And a lot of people ask, why do I run 2 Hudson float valves? Because 1 Hudson float valve will typically only carry and will hold about 60 PSI. So if you have inlet water pressure exceeding that 60 PSI, you're going to overflow your buffer tank, which I've done a few times. So asking some guys that have been around a lot longer than I have, they said, and just throw a second one on there and it mitigates that pressure because it splits it directly in half, and no more overflow in the tank. So there's our feed line. All right, I know that is a beautiful machine, but what makes this trailer the most money is this $100 pump back here, because 70% of our business is soft washing via house wash, roof wash, things like that. So we can kind of talk about that a little bit. So we have our 16-gallon surfactant tank. We have a 50-gallon chem tank for SH, and the buffer tank we already talked about. So we have a 4-way proportioner, and I know a lot of guys run 3, and that's fine. 2 is fine also. I prefer 4 because it's just easier for my business. So we have our water line, soap line, and we have an SH line. I need to run a new line in a second. And then the 4th one is if I'm running oxalic. I do a lot of wood cleaning, which a lot of you guys know about, and we talk about a lot on the side. That is primarily for just oxalic acid. So if I'm wanting to proportion out for a wood cleaning or a wood cleaning fence, I have this here to do that. So if it's a bigger fence, and typically my call is 300 foot or bigger, I have a second 15-gallon tank. I'll split them sideways and I'll put them both on the end. Or if it's smaller and I run it through, I'll just put a little bucket here on the ground, put a line from here into the bucket, and then that way I can still run it through my soft wash system. And that's what this is right here. So this is 200 foot of 1/2-inch line that I run. There's no issues. It's been a great system for me so far this year and last year and the year before. That's really the whole soft wash system. Obviously our batteries in here. So if you ever need a spot for a battery, this trailer works out perfect. Other than that, guys, I know a lot of people don't run these on their trailers. I would highly suggest it. So if you're changing out fittings really quickly on a job, it just makes things a lot more faster and more efficient for you to get in and out and to move on with your day. Let's jump over to the high pressure side. All right, this beautiful thing right here, it's great. And when you need heat, you gotta have it. There's no substitute for it unless you're running some Gold Assassin, which I highly suggest. So from our buffer tank, how does the system get water? So if we look down here, we have a bulkhead fitting, and that runs under the machine, and it comes up here, and it goes right into this 1-inch 90. So that's what feeds our system. And people always ask about the unloader and how you wire that up. Unloader's right there, and we have a 3/8 line coming, following right here. And it comes up here, and it actually shoots towards the back of the tank. Because what'll happen, if you point this towards your inlet line, the unloader actually shoots a lot of high volume water, and it'll create bubbles up here where your water's trying to go down into your pump, into your system. You don't want to do that. You want to throw your unloader going the other way. That way you're just getting pure water to your machine when it needs it the most. And other than that, I just have this 3/8 line I got from American Hose and Supply in Tulsa, one of our main vendors and supporters of what we do, and they have some of the best products in Tulsa by far. Go check out Nick and the team if if you're up there. So everybody always wants to talk pricing, what costs what, where'd you get your stuff at? And where'd you get it at is not so important unless you're in Tulsa. Go to American Hose and Supply. We do have this machine here, this Hydromax. This was $6,000 shipped out. That was ship price, which is great, including tax and everything. Those 3 Cox reels back and all the hose that are on it, we probably have $2 grand wrapped up in that. Each of these tanks were $250 for the big ones. This was $100 on Amazon. So if you're looking for a 15-gallon surfactant tank, get on Amazon. That was $100 shipped to my door in 2 days, which is that's incredibly cheap. So the soft wash system and the proportioner and the marine battery, those little 5.5 gallon pumps, that's what I use currently. Probably be moving to a 7-gallon flow later on this summer, depending on the prices of them. $100 on Amazon. I've built this proportioner. I think I have $350 to $400 wrapped up in the whole thing. So that's super reasonable. I know some people sell them online for much more expensive. You can build those, build them yourself, guys. Plus, when something breaks, you'll know exactly how to fix it. And this little battery here, I think it was $150. So all in all, for the soft wash system, not including the reel, because we did talk about those prices separately, you're talking roughly $600. So not too much money. The trailer was $1,500. The truck we operate with was $15,000. So it's a money-making machine, though, guys. This is important, and the equipment's fun to talk about. But if we don't have important marketing behind us and a big budget to support that marketing, this just turns to rust. There's no use for it, and it's kind of a waste of time. So make sure your marketing's on point. Get with Justin on some good social media for Facebook and have some strategies with that. And other than that, just diversify, guys. Do house washes, roof washes, do concrete, obviously. If you're looking to get into a niche that nobody's really pushing right now, the wood fence cleaning course that Justin and I put together, it's phenomenal. There's been so many guys that have reached out with questions, and they're sharing their success stories, and I love hearing about them. So, guys, I wish you all the best and have a great summer.